This is the continuation of our Mondioring Level 2 World Cup coverage. Next is our team from Sweden, Monica and her dog Azzie. First exercise is the food refusal. 2 pieces of sausages will be presented to the dog and the dog must refuse them. That's going to be full points for this exercise. However, take note that there are 6 other pieces of food scattered across the field. Next exercise is healing. The dog lagged behind during the turns. Half a point per fault, 2 faults, so the handler lost 1 point in this exercise. Next exercise is the send away. The dog went through the optimal zone and will be getting 12 points. Next exercise is the retrieve. Retrieve item is a garden hose. The handler is also in a seated position during this exercise, which makes it a bit more difficult. The dog lost 1 point for chewing on the item. Next exercise is the absence of handler. The dog is going to be asked to be put on a down in a tight area between the barrels. The distraction will be happening from behind the dog. That will be full points for this exercise. Now we have the scent discrimination exercise. So what happened here was the dog went with the handler as she was walking out to place the wood. This is problematic because the dog now will start the exercise in a spot closer to where the wood is, which won't be fair to the other dogs. Normally, the judge would just ask the handler to reposition the dog, but because this is the World Championship, it was a failed exercise. So we now move on to the next exercise, which is the change of positions. The initial position is a down. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think the handler gave the maximum 3 commands and the dog didn't change position, because the score sheet says that she got 0 out of 20 for this exercise. Now we go to the jumps. The handler's jump of choice is the long jump. I would say a quite unusual choice, given that this is one of the hardest jumps to teach in my opinion. That was a failed attempt. In Mondioring, you get to have 3 attempts. That attempt was successful, but they still lost 2 points for the failed attempt. Next is the hurdle, which is mandatory in level 2. And they will get full points for this exercise. Then we go on to the suit work exercises. The first one is the flee with gunshots. The decoy for this exercise is Kilian Franc from Belgium. That was a full point exercise, 30 out of 30. Next exercise is the defense of handler. There's usually a big distraction right before the hit, and here it comes. The handler had an unintentional mistake during the scenario which cost her 2 points, but otherwise an overall good exercise. Next exercise is the search and escort. The handler and dog had to go out of sight while the decoy is hidden somewhere within the field. It is now the job of the dog to find the decoy. Once the dog finds the decoy, he has to bark to signal to the handler that the decoy has been found. Only then can they start doing the escort. It appears as though the dog is looking at the dugout where the other decoy is hidden. So the second decoy is not involved in this exercise. The dog has to find the decoy that is hidden in the field. I believe the decoy is hidden in the windmill structure that's on the other side of the field. Unfortunately, the dog wasn't able to find the decoy and they ran out of time, so they will get a 0 for this exercise. Next exercise is the face with stick over the obstacle. The decoy doing this exercise is Yoann Lebreton of France. There was a delay of 2 seconds between the recall and the dog letting go. The judge saw this as an extra bite, so he docked 2 points per second, so this is 36 over 40. The last exercise is the accessories. The decoy was able to keep the dog out for 2 seconds, so that's 2 points per second. This will be a 36/40 exercise.